welcome to another video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Alyssa and I am so glad you are here, and please consider clicking the subscribe button below so you don't miss any of my future videos. So today I thought I would show you, since it is lunchtime, what I am having for lunch today, and it is Monday, and so I have to give you guys an update on my new weight since I started macro tracking. So let's do lunch first, since it's sitting right here. This is what I'm having for lunch today. It is just romaine lettuce chopped up with some black bean pasta on top. It's this brand here, Explore Cuisine Black Bean Spaghetti. And it looks a little bit funny because it is made from just black beans, so it's like this weird grayish color, but it's actually really good and it's super high in protein. And then for the dressing, what I did is before I put the pasta on the lettuce, I mixed in one of my favorite dressings, which is just Amy's salsa, this black bean and corn one we really like, mixed with some tahini. This might not come as a surprise to some of you if you've been watching my videos, but this is one of my favorite dressings. It makes it super creamy when you mix the tahini with the salsa, and I really love the flavor. So that is what I did. So I mix that in with the lettuce first, and then I just put whatever leftover I had on top to try and make it look a little bit prettier. So that's what I'm having for lunch today. So I had today off from work. I normally have Mondays and Fridays off these days, so I thought I would make this because I had a little bit more time on my hands. What I've been doing for lunch this week, most of the time, since I have to make something super quick, is I'll have either a smoothie bowl or a smoothie with some avocado toast on the side. That's been one of my favorites. I'm loving avocado toast these days, and I'm actually going to be having that with my dinner. And I will show you guys what I'm having for dinner with the avocado toast in just a little bit, because I thought I would do a full what I eat today video in addition to my weight update. So I'm sure a lot of you are very curious, and that is why you are here, is to find out how I did in this first week of back to macro tracking. And I actually lost I actually lost 4.2 pounds. And that might seem like a lot, but knowing my body and knowing myself after all these years, I know whenever I get back on track, I always tend to lose a little bit more in the first week. And so I don't really expect that to be a regular occurrence. I certainly wouldn't mind, but I don't expect that in the upcoming weeks it will be as great. But I'll certainly let you know, because as I've mentioned before, I'm using these videos and letting you guys know each week how I do as my accountability. So a couple of other changes that I made this week besides just the diet, and I mentioned in my last video what my new macros are going to be. It's what I was doing last spring and summer, and I was doing really well with, so I went back to those macros. But some other things that I'm also doing is I am drinking a full one of these of water every day. This is 36 ounces, and I had been really slacking on my water, and it's super important to stay hydrated. And I've heard mixed reviews on its effects on weight loss, but it definitely makes you feel better. And so I have made it a point to at least drink this much, and I've been drinking my green tea as well. And as far as exercise goes, I really enjoyed the 5K that we did last weekend, my husband and I, which I also talked about in my last video. And so I thought maybe I would try getting back into running. So at least a mile every day with my dog, sometimes more, is what I've been aiming for. And I've been pretty consistent with that. So that's where I am with the exercise. And other than that, I haven't made any super huge changes. So that's what I'm doing, at least a mile a day, trying to drink a lot more water and tracking my macros. And then as far as my physique updates go, I think I'm going to do them every 2 weeks, if not just once a month, because not much has changed in 1 week, and week to week, I don't think that much change will be noticeable. So I'm gonna do that less regularly, but you will know when it happens. So that is the update for you. Now I thought I would show you guys to end the video everything that I ate today. So starting with breakfast, here we go. So for breakfast today, I am having oatmeal. I know that probably comes as a huge shock. I really love oatmeal, and I love starting my day with a nice warm bowl of oatmeal. So this was half a cup of oats to 1 cup of Trader Joe's soy milk. And today I'm making my peanut butter and jelly oats, or inspired oats. So there's about 3/4 of a cup of mixed frozen berries, and I throw some cinnamon on top because I really like cinnamon, and I put it on just about everything I can. And that's a tablespoon of flaxseed that I ground in my coffee grinder, and there's some peanut butter powder in there as well. I just put it in there to measure it out, and that is my breakfast. And to go along with breakfast today, I'm having a cup of matcha tea that I'm making into somewhat of a green tea latte. And in the cup, you'll see, I'll show you in just a second, I think. Yep, there, I put some of the milk before. I measured out the cup of milk, and I put some in my cup, and then I filled the rest of up to the 1 cup measure with water, and I used that to make my oatmeal. So I still had 1 cup of soy milk in the morning, and it was split between my tea and the oatmeal. And then I just put some of the green tea in there. I don't really measure it. I just sort of throw in, I eyeball what I think is a good amount and what's been working for me. And then I poured it in the hot water. And I think because I did it in that order when I stirred it up, the green tea didn't really dissolve as great as it normally does. You'll see there's like those little particles that didn't dissolve, but that's okay. It still tastes good, and that is my breakfast. So you guys already saw what I had for lunch today, so now I'm going to skip ahead, and this is what I'm having for dinner. It's a tofu scramble and some avocado toast. So there is the bread going in the toaster to become all nice and toasty, and here is my scramble. I like to make my scramble with super simple ingredients, just some mushrooms and tomatoes and some cilantro and some scallions and some seasonings, and you can actually see a video on how I make this in my channel. I'll put a card to it up above. And here's my toast, all nice and toasty out of the toaster oven. This is a bread that we actually get from Costco. It's really good. It's, I think, called Eureka or something like that. It's a little bit higher in calories, but I work it into my day because I really like it, and it makes really good avocado toast. It's pretty seedy and thick and hearty, and we just really love it. So I just mash up the avocado. It's about 2 ounces of avocado. If you have a smaller avocado, it's pretty much always about half of a small avocado. If your avocado is a little bit larger, it's a little bit less than half. And I like to leave the avocado a little bit chunky. I don't need it like completely mashed and, you know, pulverized. But that is pretty much how I like it. You can do it however you like it. And then I put a little bit of salt and pepper on top to finish it off. I don't know about you, but I love breakfast foods, and any chance that I get to have breakfast any time of day, I will. I mean, I told you guys I've been having smoothies and avocado toast for lunch, and here I'm having a tofu scramble for dinner and oatmeal. Any time of day, I could just eat breakfast foods. It's possibly my favorite. Now, to go with this, I actually made a green smoothie. Now, my plan for the day was have the green smoothie as a snack between lunch and dinner. But my plans got changed, and Duncan and I went to help his trainer training another dog that is newer, and so I just decided to have the smoothie anyway, but to have it with my dinner. So that smoothie is some bananas, some frozen zucchini, some spinach, some protein powder, and some peanut butter powder. So for those of you who are interested, here is the total macros for each of my meals, starting with breakfast, the calories, carbs, fat, and protein. And there is my lunch. Now, I am not by any means saying that these are the macros that you should follow or the total calorie counts. You should definitely figure out what works best for your body. And I think I have a video on how to figure out your macros, and I will link that to this video as well. So there was my dinner, and I have this smoothie under the snacks, even though I had it together with my dinner today. And then here is the total macros that I had for the day, my goals, and what I actually ate. I was really close on protein, only 1 over, just a few under on carbs, and just a few under on fat. And here are the micronutrients that MyFitnessPal shows. You can see that I was way under, obviously, on cholesterol, under on sodium, and over on potassium and all of the vitamins and iron that you can see in MyFitnessPal. So I forgot to mention earlier, but if any of you are following along, I would love to hear how you did this week. So let me know in the comments down below so we can hold each other accountable and we can follow along with each other's progress. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below if you are enjoying these types of videos, and if you have any questions or comments, please also leave those down below because I love hearing from you guys. And I hope you have a great day or night, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.